7 o'clock.
Okay, seeing that it is 7 p.m., and this being July 27th, 2022, at 7 p.m. in the automatic chamber and via Zoom conference, I'm going to call, call to order the Committee of Infrastructure. To access Zoom, please refer to the agenda or City Hall website for the meeting link. Yours truly, Alderman-at-Large Michael O'Brien, will be the chair, and roll call will be taken of members to find out who is present. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Jettie.
Yes.
Alderman Gouveia.
Here.
Alderman Camo is here. Alderman Dowd.
Present.
And Alderman O'Brien.
Okay. Also in attendance, I see we do have Dan Hudson, the city engineer, and we may be expecting Mr. Tim Cummings if there are any inquiries by members of the board. I'll call that a quorum is present, and so therefore I will now move. Next item on the agenda is public comment, and there's no one in the chamber, so therefore I'll look to Zoom and see if anybody has public comment. Seeing nobody in Zoom, move to communications.
There are none.
Unfinished business.
There is none.
New business resolutions.
There are none.
New business ordinances.
We have Ordinance 022-021, establishing no parking areas during school hours near the Franklin Street School.
Okay, do I have a motion, Alderman Como? You want, okay, Alderman Dowd?
I'll make a motion to recommend final passage to the full Board of Aldermen.
Okay. The motion is for final passage on 022-21. Alderman Dowd, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, after consultation with police, fire, DPW, and the architects, we have indicated that for all types of safety reasons that there should be no parking during school hours only on the streets listed on Charles Street, from Franklin Street to Winter Street, on Franklin Street north from Locust Street to Charles Street. There's actually no parking there now anyway. And Locust Street on both sides the entire length, and Winter Street north from Charles Street to Locust Street. Those streets can have parking during the summer, school vacations, holidays, weekends. It's just during school hours. And that's so to facilitate the parents dropping off and picking up, and the buses dropping off and picking up, and the handicap on Winter Street dropping off and picking up. But also, if there, heaven forbid, was ever a fire or emergency, that the emergency vehicles would have easy access to the school. So it was determined that as listed, the no parking during school hours should be put in effect. I don't know if Engineer Hudson wants to add anything?
Mr. Hudson, feel free to join us. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dan Hudson, City Engineer. No, I don't have much to add other than just to affirm that we've reviewed the legislation and support it for the reasons noted.
Very good, thank you. Chair, did you have something more to add, Mr. Hudson? Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure I didn't cut you off. Chairman Dowd, so the public will know, what are the school hours that they can anticipate no parking in that area?
The school hours, I believe, are like 7 in the morning, and I think they get out around 4. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure what the legislation says. But they will be part of the signage, correct, Mr. Hudson?
I'm not sure. We'll have to review what we've done at other locations. I think this language is similar to what we've approved elsewhere. We could include specific hours if they're determined. It's just if we include hours, we might we might want to include not weekends, not holidays, but then the sign gets kind of extensive. So we'll have to review the specifics of that.
I think that we'll let all the neighbors know what the school hours are and that they can use I talked to Alderman Clee, who's the Ward 3 Alderman. She's telling people that, when the school hours are, she'll probably put it out in her weekly notice to all her people. But it'll also be posted around the school hours. And there was some concern about somebody playing basketball on Winter Street. Well, the people playing basketball should be in school during school hours, so it's not an issue. They can play basketball outside of the school hours.
Mr. Hudson, the chair just has one follow-up, and that's basically, we do have websites, the city website, I'm sure that could be added somewhere in there as well.
Oh, it'll be on the school's site.
The school's website, perhaps that might be a better deal, correct, Alderman Dowd? And that may help out the people in the neighborhood.
And as I think of it, putting the times on the signs might not be a good thing, because if they ever change the time slightly on school, then all the signs need to be changed.
Right.
We don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, it's just a new concept, and that's where we're going with that, until the people get used to it. Alderman Como?
Thank you. My only question was going to be about the signage, whether it was going to say no parking during school hours or whether it was going to have specific dates and times, but that's been answered, so that's fine.
Oh, good minds think a lot. I like it. There you go. Alderman Jettie?
Yeah, so my mind was thinking along the same ways.
Equally great minds.
I don't have a solution. I don't know what the answer is, but when you say school hours, I would imagine you'd want to prohibit parking before school starts. And
Yeah, that's why the timing will be indicated maybe an hour before school starts. When we first implement this, there's going to be police there to make sure that people don't go the wrong way on one street and any part of it. The parent drop-off in front of Franklin Street, there's no parking there now because it's so narrow. That won't be an issue. You can't park there all day. So it's the other streets that will be just during school hours, and everybody will know the school hours. And probably do it an hour before school starts and maybe an hour after the last people get picked up, But if somebody parks there the last 15 minutes or something, I'm sure the police aren't going to be there to give them a ticket. And I think we can work with the public in the area.
yeah, can I follow up, Mr.
Follow
Chairman?
up?
I understand what you're saying, and I understand the problem. I'm just thinking of making if you're going to prohibit somebody from doing something, it should be clear what it is that you're prohibiting from doing and when. I don't know how you would word this to clarify that, but
So as I said, the school hours will be posted on the school board's website, probably the city's website as well. And it will be posted on a sign on the side of the school. We got that sign, Dan, don't worry. It'll tell what the school hours are. And it's a very small neighborhood around the school, so I'm sure they'll all know.
can I follow?
Follow up?
I'm just pointing out that, when you say that the school hours will be posted, well, if school starts at 8 o'clock, I think you want to prohibit parking there,
Oh,
like you said,
definitely.
earlier than that,
Definitely.
so that people they're dropping kids off before school starts, and they're picking them up after school ends. So I'm just pointing out that making it school hours,
We have
someone could argue that, well, I didn't park there during school hours, I parked there before. And what we're trying to do is make sure people have access for the drop-offs and the pickups, I think.
Right. It'll be clearly posted on the school and from our observations already, during school hours, there's nobody there. There are no cars parked there. But we just want to make sure that people know they're not, you know, we don't want a huge truck coming in and parking there for delivery of something. And if they work with the school, when it's in school hours, but not pick up and drop off, the school can probably say, okay, if they come in at this hour, they can drop off this stuff and then leave. Just so, other than pick up and drop off, the main thing is not having cars parked there that could block police or fire from getting into the school. Because we're talking about 4-year-olds, kids, tots on 2 floors. So we got to be very careful that we protect them.
All set, Alderman Jettie?
Yeah,
Alderman Gaveva?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a question through you to either Mr. Hudson or Alderman Dowd. And I think I heard my answer there, but right now, how often are people parking in these during these hours or not during these hours? Are these used spots that are being taken away, or are we just kind of marking something where nobody's currently really parking?
The only people that are parking there right now are the construction people that are working inside the school.
Sure.
Or Director Sullivan and, Director Hudson and myself and whoever, school people parking there when we're doing the walkthroughs. But no, the people from Loft 34 have their own assigned parking spaces in the parking lot. So, and then there's parking on Franklin Street in front of Loft 34. So there's nobody parks around. There are people that park at night when they're home.
Sure.
But they're all gone early in the morning, even earlier than I've ever been there.
So this sign's really more of a clarification.
Yeah.
It's not really used during the day, but it's just to clarify it can't happen during the school hours. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If I may follow up too, and Alderman Dowd, help me out if I'm incorrect, or Mr. Hudson. But I think that area now is not under overnight parking, and because of the size of the streets, and stuff like that. So it's really not eliminating anybody. It's just the daytime during the school hours that's going to come into effect. So, follow up?
Yeah, please. So currently, right now, is there overnight parking there?
No.
There is not. Okay.
There
that
is
was going
not.
to be my question: is if you parked there and then you left your car there, then we went into regular school hours, what would happen there? Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the neighborhoods, Locust, Terrace, all, it's kind of congested, so it's
yeah.
not really,
There's not a lot of room there. No, I get that.
exactly. It was built in the horse cart era.
And working with the fire department, we were adjusted the markings so that their large trucks can make the corner without an issue.
Perfect.
Further questions by any members of the committee? Seeing none, I will call for the vote. All those in favor of Ordinance 0-22-021, establishing a no parking areas during school hours near the Franklin Street School. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, tabled in committee.
There is none.
General discussion. Any alderman would like to have we'll combine remarks by alderman to expedite this, or general discussion? Seeing none, moved on to public comment. Again, nobody's in the chamber. Nobody is on Zoom. So therefore, Alderman Dowd, do you have a motion?
I will, but just quickly, I want to say that the new school is going quite well. The steel is up in Area D, and if you go down there, things are moving along very quickly. And I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, made the motion to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? I'll declare the meeting adjourned at 7:14. Have a good night, everybody.